Good morning, Wham! How you doing? All right, we're up to Chapter 5, The English Settle America. So now that we've learned about the second English colony, we're now going to learn about the second. Learn about the second one first, now we'll learn about the first, second. Great. Okay, I confused my son as well. Say hi to Connor.
Hi?
He's confused too. All right, here we go. Film us, buddy.
Okay.
Film it up. Okay. Chapter 5. The English Settle America. In 1607, the English started Jamestown in Virginia. All right, so that picture is really important to read because the Pilgrims, of course, came in 1620. So this is 13 years before Plymouth. The Pilgrims were not the first group of English people to live in America. The first group of English people came to America in 1585, but their colony failed. So look up, that's called Roanoke, and I'll play a video about that. They still don't know what happened to it. Okay. Before long, more English people moved to America. They came for 3 reasons. Many people came to get rich. Some people came for freedom of religion. Others came because they thought they could have a better life in America. In 1607, the English started their first town in America. It was called Jamestown. It was in the Virginia colony. The English came to Jamestown to find gold. They did not find gold. At first, the Jamestown settlers did not want to grow food or build houses. The settlers were very hungry during their first winter. Many settlers died. More people came to live in Jamestown. Then the settlers began to work harder. They built farms and houses. You know, one thing about that, the Pilgrims, a lot of them died. I told you this. Half of the Pilgrims died their first winter. In Jamestown, 90% of them died after a year or two. That's insane. I can't believe they kept going. 90% of them died. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. The settlers began to grow tobacco in Jamestown. Oh, that's for cigarettes. People smoked tobacco in pipes. The settlers sold their tobacco to England for a lot of money. Each year, the settlers grew more and more tobacco. And so that's bad, right? In 1619, the settlers brought slaves from Africa to help them grow tobacco. After that, more African slaves were brought to the English colonies. So 1619 is a very famous date because, well, it's the House of Burgesses, which is a good thing. But it's more famous nowadays for the bad thing, which we just read about. The first African slaves came to Jamestown 1 year before the Pilgrims came to Plymouth. All right? Well, the Puritans were a group of people who did not want to pray in the Church of England, just like the Pilgrims. In 1628, a group of Puritans came to Massachusetts for freedom of religion. Okay, I don't agree with that date. That's when they scouted it out. 1630 is when Boston was established. Later, more Puritans came. The Puritans started the first schools in America. Everyone in Massachusetts had to pray in Puritan churches. The Puritans did not let other people have freedom of religion. So we're going to learn a lot about that too, how silly it is. The Puritans left because they weren't being treated fairly.
Yeah.
And then they didn't treat people fairly when they were here. So silly. And we're going to read about Roger Williams. He's one of the guys who kind of noticed that. Roger Williams lived with the Puritans. He told them that everyone should have freedom of religion. He left Massachusetts and traveled through the forest. Roger Williams met Native Americans, Narragansetts, who helped him. He bought land from them. Roger Williams started the city of Providence on that land in 1636. Later, that land became the colony of Rhode Island. Providence was the first city in America where there was freedom of religion for all. Anne Hutchinson was a woman who lived in Massachusetts. We'll learn more about her later. Her religious ideas were different from the Puritan ideas. And Hutchinson also left Massachusetts. They were really both kicked out. Let's make sure we get that they were kicked out. She went to Rhode Island in 1638 and started a new town. More English people came to America for freedom of religion. Catholics were sent to jail if they prayed in Catholic churches in England. So, 300 Catholics came to America in 1634. They started a colony called Maryland in Baltimore. People from Holland had started a colony near the Atlantic Ocean in 1624. Then in 1664, England took control of the Dutch colony. It became an English colony. It was called New York. We'll learn more about that as well. The Quakers were another group of people who would not pray in the Church of England. William Penn was a Quaker. In 1681, the English king gave Penn some land in America. Penn started the Pennsylvania colony on that land. But Penn also bought the land from Native Americans who lived there. The Native Americans liked William Penn. There was peace in Pennsylvania. People had freedom of religion in Pennsylvania. In England, there were some people who did not have any money. People who were in debt were put into jail. These people could not work or help their families. James Oglethorpe started the Georgia colony to help these people. In 1733, Oglethorpe went to Georgia with 120 of these people. They built homes and farms in Georgia. Poor people from many countries in Europe also moved to the Georgia colony. Each year, more people came to live in the English colonies along the Atlantic Ocean. By 1753, there were 13 English colonies along the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, we're going to learn about, this is a good overview of what happened. We're going to learn more details later, okay? All right? Especially about Virginia and Jamestown and Pocahontas and John Smith. All right, names you should know, especially you Disney people. All right, have a good night. Say good night, Connor.
Good night, Connor.
What?